やエイリアンめまだまだ食らえよしいただきまだだ来い
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios Weekly Wing It number 180 here on Rumble, YouTube, and the X Twitter. And starting it off in that big box over there with the video game. Hey, I'm not the one playing the video game. What's going on here? It's Mr. Frederick Gimone.
I know the worlds are like turned upside down. I'm playing a little bit of Hitman today. My microphone stand, of all things, is broken. And it makes things a little bit more complicated to get to the drawing table with the audio equipment. So I figured, hey, why not switch things up a bit and play some Hitman?
All right. And I'm not even Metroiding over here like usual. I might have to change that. Also joining us tonight, Mr. Luvapor.
Well, I think what needs to happen here is pretty obvious. Ethan, you need to set up a webcam and spend the stream drawing.
If only I had a webcam. I had one in my laptop. It was kind of integrated, but I don't have an actual. Once I switch to the desktop, I don't have an actual separate camera, and I would need to get one and set it up. I also should get a microphone stand because Frederick's kind of relegated to this right now, but I got this microphone that just sits on my desktop, and I could see how that would be an issue when you're trying to work at the drafting table. And hey, stop licking my French fries.
Hey, you know what you can do, Ethan, is just tape some fireworks to your microphone.
Ooh,
because then it would be a boom mic.
Yes. Perfect for 4th of July.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, come on. He's got the best bad dad jokes. He's, ow. Why are you nipping at me? Are you mad at me? I'm arguing with my cat on air. Let's get the video game up there. So how you guys doing this week? What's going on?
I got a shipment of movies in that I ordered off of Arrow.
Oh yeah, what's Arrow?
Arrow, Arrow kind of does their own physical media releases of films that are maybe not. Some of them are obscure, some of them are more popular, but they're basically like a sort of a bespoke physical media release studio deal.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I got to look into that.
So I got so just today I got my copies of Conan the Barbarian, Hugo, The Assassination Bureau Limited, and oh gosh, what was the last one? We just watched it. I can't for the life of me. Thankfully, I have a wireless headset this time, so I could just look at the pile of films and tell you what it was. Flash Gordon.
Flash.
It was actually really amazing. The restoration was so good that you could tell which scenes were filmed with like a cheaper film because of the silver nitrate in the really black blacks.
I heard it's actually easier to upgrade true film than it is some of the digital.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. It does reach a certain point where you do have to use algorithms to clean it up more because you run into the limitation of the film itself.
Yeah, I was watching some thing about when they were upgrading a bunch of Star Trek stuff. They had they were able to upgrade the original series, and if I'm remembering correctly, it was easy for them to upgrade DS9 and Voyager, but next gen was difficult to do so due to the what they used to film it originally.
I'm okay. So, as far as I know, they have never digitally remastered DS9 and Voyager. And the reason for that is that they did digitally remaster all of TNG, and they did a very good job of it. They redid a bunch of the effects, a bunch of like the CGI crap. Like I don't know if you remember Encounter at Farpoint, the very first episode of TNG.
Yeah,
You remember
the
like
one
that?
with Q?
Yeah, remember that big?
it was an encounter at Farpoint.
Yeah. What did I say?
I think you said first episode of TNG, right?
Yeah, I said Encounter at Farpoint.
Okay, I thought you just said first episode. I didn't realize you stated the name.
Yeah, so Encounter at Farpoint, if you remember near the beginning of the episode, they like Q puts out this big net and it looks so fucking goofy and janky because it's it's CGI in 1989. Well, they redid the effect and they didn't like go overboard with it. It just isn't distractingly bad. Right? And they did this for all of TNG and they remastered it and and they widened it up in I believe, if I remember. I have it all. I have the whole thing on Blu-ray. And unfortunately, it didn't sell in the numbers they were hoping. So for that reason, because they decided that remastering Berman era Trek wasn't commercially viable, they've never remastered DS9 or Voyager or Enterprise. Although Enterprise needs it less because
Yeah, it was the most recent.
yeah, it came in during the era when widescreen was.
But DS9 is easily the most popular, I think.
I don't know about that. I think it's sort of neck and neck between TNG and DS9.
TNG is, I think, the most quotable.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, I don't know that DS9 is the most popular. I think it's between TNG and DS9. I'd have to look that up.
I mean, you got to admit, DS9, especially the writing, just kind of stands head and shoulders above the rest.
It depends.
Don't get
on
me
what
wrong. I prefer TNG over DS9 myself because I like that episodic adventure of the week. DS9, for a long time, it was my least favorite of all the Treks, but I at no point could I sit there and not admit it was the most well done because of everything it was dealing with. It was very unique amongst the others because it's not an exploration based, it's an ongoing geopolitical thriller.
Right. It's a totally different genre, which is why I don't think you can like super compare the two. But okay, so according to the Internet Hive Mind AI, TNG is vastly more popular than DS9 in terms of traditional viewership and mainstream cultural impact. However, DS9 is widely celebrated by critics and fans for having deeper, more complex character arcs and serialized storytelling.
Okay, so I was wrong, and I don't mind because I like TNG better myself. So
yeah, I like them both about equally for very different reasons. I definitely liked the serialized storytelling of TNG because it still stayed somewhat episodic. Unfortunately, I think DS9 might be partly responsible for leading us into the era of modern serialized sort of like grimdark slop.
Yeah, I would love to argue with you on that, but I just can't. DS9 knew where. I think they instinctively knew where the line was and not to cross it. Where the rest of them looked at that and went, "Hey, let's do that, but more."
You know about the controversy with DS9, right?
No, I don't think so.
Supposedly, about 3 years before DS9 aired, somebody approached Paramount.
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Continue. I know what you're saying now.
Somebody approached Paramount with another story that takes place on a space station with a bunch of different cultures on it clashing. And and strong geopolitical themes, and it was called Babylon 5. And the Paramount rejected it, and then 3 years later, it made DS9.
Yes, I did hear about that, and I don't know how. I mean, it seems like there is a good deal of truth to that. I don't know how much they're exaggerating it or how much they're not, but I haven't done the digging myself, so I can't say. But yeah, I have heard about that, and like that's kind of shady. But then again, not that I want to consider this Star Trek, but look at Discovery, the whole mycelial network bit. It was an indie game some guy was working on, and they ripped off the whole thing and made it Star Trek. Right down to the characters you could pick. There was almost like the identical to the main cast. They used a tardigrade to they used a tardigrade to travel all over the place. It was an indie game this guy was working on, and I guess he was talking to somebody who does kind of work in the business, and next thing you know, Discovery happens. There was a lawsuit and everything, but he did lose. There was a lawsuit.
Discovery happens.
Yep.
Could you imagine being in the courtroom? We're doing discovery for the Discovery lawsuit.
I mean, in my opinion, Paramount should have been sued for Discovery, not because of any copyright infringement, just for making it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And they said they wanted to make it like Game of Thrones in space. It was like as soon as you say Game of Thrones in space, they say you don't know what Star Trek is.
If somebody came to me and said, I want to make another Star Trek, but I want to make it like Game of Thrones in space, I'd be like, I want to make an executive producer like you, except not retarded.
Well, the thing is, too, is like when you say like Game of Thrones, like no one's pulled off Game of Thrones. Like,
not even Game of Thrones pulled off.
Not even the book.
Hey, if somebody wants to do a Game of Thrones style story in space, no problem. But don't make it Star Trek.
Right.
That could actually be pretty cool, but it doesn't suit Star Trek.
There are rumors. Well, this isn't a rumor. Kurtzman is out. Kurtzman is done as far as Star Trek is concerned. That's not a rumor. What is a rumor is that the executives are so upset with with Kurtzman's mishandling that they might just wholesale discard all of Kurtzman's canon.
Yeah, they should just take it and put it together as an alternate universe, completely separate.
I mean, Trek fans can handle multiple timelines. So we've got the Kelvin timeline, we've got the original timeline, and we can have a Kurtzman timeline that everyone just ignores.
That way, all 2.5 of the people who actually enjoy Kurtzman Trek can still have it, and without it mucking up the rest of the canon.
Bro, are you familiar with the burn?
Yeah, and it happened because of Fifi's.
Yep.
I mean, who the hell thought of that? Seriously.
Oh, some idiot. Probably the same person who was like, "Hey, what if Klingons, but also what if Klingons, but also piranhas?"
I know that was so bad. And when I saw that, I'm like, "Oh no, what are these guys going to do to Worf if they bring him back?" I was worried about that.
Oh, who knows? They probably would have brought Worf back, but then been like, "Oh, well, actually, he was like 1/6 human or something," some bullshit like that.
Yeah, or, you know that episode of DS9, Trials and Tribulations, where they went back to the Enterprise for the Trouble with Tribbles episode, and
yep.
and
we do not like to discuss it, or we do not discuss it with outsiders.
Somebody's got to snip that together, and put the Discovery Klingons on there, and they look at Worf and go, "Care to explain?"
They explain it. They do explain it in Enterprise. Yeah, the whole thing was the whole reason that for a while Klingons looked like Puerto Ricans in gold lame was because they used Sung's eugenics shit, and the eugenics were designed for humans. So
Yep.
when they gave the eugenics, when they used the eugenics formula on Klingon embryos, they became more human-like.
Yeah, I do. I know is probably controversial with some folks, but I do like that explanation. I
So
thought
do
that was
I.
quite clever.
I thought it tied it up rather neatly.
Yep. So what are you going to do now, Doc? Perhaps I will start cranial reconstruction surgery.
Close the door. No bullets can come in if the door is closed. Oh no.
That's because bullets don't know how to ring the doorbell.
I can attack
So,
him
Christy
with
has
that.
joined us in the live chat. How you doing tonight, Christy?
How's it going, Chrissy?
Oh, hey, Christy.
Yep, and she said hello to each of us.
Indeed.
She called you Loop. Yeah, that's what we're going to call you from now on, Loop,
That's fine.
because you don't have enough names that you go by.
Yeah, I don't know why it became a thing suddenly. Actually, I do know why it became a thing suddenly, because in my 20s, I was considerably more quote unquote progressive than I am today. So I created new online personas so that I wouldn't have to deal with people from my past bitching about me getting red pilled. So yeah, that's part of the reason, is because I developed new online personas so that I could speak my mind without a bunch of my old friends from Florida being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you got possessed by the MAGA spirits."
The MAGA spirits. Because she says, I can't see it. Are you talking about the Frederick screen here? You must be watching on the phone again. I don't think she has a computer set up, so she has to watch on a little screen. And
Don't worry about it.
I do know how that is. When I'm watching via my phone, I usually can't see the details quite well either. It's a fuzzy little rendered world.
I'm also
Don't
pointing a camera at a screen, so it's not the best.
Yeah, it's
way
not
to
a
get-
capture card. It's
don't worry about it, Christy. Frederick is quite bad at this game.
Well, I already beat this boss once. I'm trying to beat it another way.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty good at some of the other levels.
So, are you guys familiar with the fighting preacher?
You mean from World Wars? Oh God, he like started in World War II, and then his last tour was in Vietnam.
No. All right, let me pull this up. This is almost a week old now, but I found this like the night after the last show. So let
Well,
me share my screen.
but you should be aware there is a guy called the Fighting Preacher who wanted to be an army chaplain, but they didn't make him a chaplain. But he showed up at a number of Pacific islands. He acted as chaplain in circumstances where there wasn't one, and he just kicked ass like constantly all the way through to Vietnam.
Wow.
He was present for the last bayonet charge, the last U.S. bayonet charge.
No kidding. See, I didn't know about this at all, so this is interesting.
Wait, was it advertised as the last bayonet charge? Like,
it is now.
but at the time, like when they go, "Hey guys, we'll never believe this. We're doing the last bayonet charge.
No,
Oh, I want to be a part of this one."
You're doing like a Trump voice.
Am I?
We're gonna do the last bayonet charge. No one's
be the
ever seen a
greatest.
bayonet charge like this.
We got the most beautiful bayonets. We're gonna have them made. We're gonna have some made by Smith and Wesson, others made by Colt. It's gonna be phenomenal, folks. Tremendous.
The Gooks saw them. They were like, "Wow, what a bayonet!"
Whoa. All right, let's go over to the Twitters. This is going to be fun. Or I think it's going to be fun anyway. All right, this post is from Colin Rugg. I'm not familiar with this guy really, but let me just click on this thing. This co-owner of Trending Politics, Investor American. Okay, I don't know, at Colin Rugg. But I mean, outside of this post, I'm not familiar with him. But here's his post. It says, and there's gonna be some kind of mature content here. Just a quick heads up. It says Louisiana pastor beats up a man who allegedly threatened to rape and kill his wife and grandchildren. Pastor Tony Spell of Life Tabernacle Church says he was working on a church bus when the neighbor's son started shouting at him. Spell said that it is his job as the natural protector to protect his church and family. He, in quotes, I guess this is Spell in quotes saying, he said, "Tony, I'm going to rape your wife. I'm going to rape all your grandchildren." And he said, "The next time you go out of town, I'm going to kill them. And what the F are you going to do about it?" Spell said. The neighbors, the Sherwin family, claim Spell is not telling the truth, but during a press conference, Spell is backed by members of his church who say they've made multiple complaints about the Sherwin family to police. Spell's attorney says the Sherwin family has a large industrial scale camera that could see from across the street all the way into the pulpit. Spell was hit with multiple misdemeanor and summons in 2020 during the COVID lockdowns when he refused to close the church. I'll definitely hand him respect for that. All right. This is from the Spell's lawyer. The Central City Police are friends with these folks across the street. When Pastor Spell was being surveilled 24/7, it was with the help of the man across the street. The pastor was reportedly arrested and booked for second-degree battery. So, let me see. Can I put this up full screen? Yes, I can. Okay, you guys ready for this one?
So what's the context? Can you say it in your own words?
Yeah, I don't know. Oops. Do you see my cursor on the screen? Is it
Yes,
showing?
yes, I see it.
Okay, this guy is 20-year-old guy right here in the blue shirt
Yeah.
is the one who is making threats at this guy over here, Pastor Tony Spell, about threatening to rape his wife and his grandkids and kill them when he's next out of town. So this is what happens from there on out. He's approaching. Now hold on. Let me back this up a bit. I'm trying to determine who threw first punch here.
The guy with the camera actually throws the first punch.
Okay, right there. Wallop. And then, so he just punched the preacher, and then Paladin mode activated. There he goes. He's just going ballistic on him. Look at this. I probably shouldn't be laughing at this, but it does look kind of funny. And that was it. That was Pastor Tony Spell laying the smackdown. Now, given the context, I don't know how much of the claims are true or not. All we do is have for certain is the video of the fight, or I don't know if I want to call it a fight. It was more like a stomp, and the words written in this article here. But if all that is true, the kid making those threats and everything, What do you guys think? Was the preacher right to do this?
In the modern vernacular, I believe that's called a smackdown.
And it was. I mean, it truly was.
If the kid really said that, then he's lucky to be alive. Full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you treat people like that?
If somebody said that to me, I would take what they said very seriously, and I would find a way to make sure they were never a threat again. So he's very very lucky that that he only received a smackdown.
Yeah. I mean, the kid was able to get up and walk away afterwards, but I don't know if he was more physically hurt or if his pride was hurt. I mean, that's a 20-year-old kid getting his butt whooped by a grandpa pastor. So I think his pride was definitely hurt, but that's okay because pride is a sin after all. So that needs to be hurt. Christy says, "Excellent job, Pastor. I always wanted to see a stomp." Well, you certainly saw one there.
Good old
Here's the
fashioned
thing.
stomp.
People think about like, oh, old guys being easy marks, but there's they forget that like the past was nothing like today. They forget that like somebody who lived through non-millennial times has, you know, a man who lived through not the last 25 years, um, generally speaking, has been in at least one or two fights. Um, sounds like this kid was talking some shit, and learned that you don't fuck with old guys. You don't.
Yeah, they've survived. If they're too old to fight, they'll just whoop you.
Yeah.
Because that kid got one hit in, and then after that, it was just a total beatdown. Now, me being me, I kind of ended up doing what I always do. I went to Grok and said, "I've got a fun one for you today. What do you think would happen if, in The Exorcist, we replaced Father Connor with Pastor Tony Spell?" And this is what Grok spits out. "Oh man, this is a glorious what if crossover, replacing the mild manner, introspective Father Connor from the 2024 Exorcism with Pastor Tony Spell, the fiery uh, apostolic Pentecostal preacher from Life Tabernacle Church who just made headlines for, in quotes, laying hands on a neighbor in a very Old Testament way, would turn the movie into something completely unhinged." Yeah, I think it would be fun to watch him in an Exorcist movie, don't you think?
Yep.
Did he get into trouble? Was he charged for anything?
He was charged. They booked him, and I guess they're awaiting court date. See, what would
So
happen in the movie? The demon possessing the actor on set starts his usual routine: head spinning, projectile vomiting, blaspheming, blah blah blah. Pastor Tony bursts in, Bible in one hand, microphone in the other, probably still wearing the suit from his press conference. No Latin incantations. He goes straight Pentecostal mode. "I bind you in the name of Jesus, foul devil, demon." I'm not reading that on the air. Tony, "Well, bless God. The devil's a liar. Rebuke the spirit, perversion of fire." All right. He'd pace the room like it's a revival tent, speaking in tongues at full volume, laying hands aggressively on the possessed actor. The room fills with anointing oil instead of holy water, instead of slow psychological buildup and doubt from the exorcist. It's immediate chaos. Choir breaks out in the background. Church bus parked outside with the horn honk in spiritual agreement. Tony's wife Shay probably leading the worship from the hallway. I think there was something in here about him actually backing the bus over the demon. I'm not going to stay here and read the whole thing, but I was having fun with it. You guys got to try this. If you have access to Grok and you got a funny idea for like some kind of crazy
Mashup?
twist, punch it in there and see what comes up. These things are absolutely hilarious.
so I am currently attempting to present something.
Oh, gotcha. There you go. The Fighting Preacher.
So I'm just gonna. This is about Colonel Logan E. Weston. I'm just gonna read really quickly.
That's
Uh,
just a rugged sounding name too. That sounds awesome.
yeah, it's. Let's see here. I had it here. Let's see here. Colonel Logan E. Weston, highly revered as the fighting preacher, was a legendary United States officer whose military career spanned 27 years across three major wars: World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Born in 1914, Weston earned his unique nickname from his troops because he consistently integrated his deep Christian faith into his military command, famously leading his men in prayer right before leading them into active combat. He detailed his extraordinary experiences in his autobiography, The Fighting Preacher. Colonel Weston built a legendary status among his peers and soldiers through historic combat feats. He was in Merrill's Marauders. He served as a founding officer of this famous deep penetration special operations unit that fought behind enemy lines in the jungles of Burma during World War II. Bayonet charge. During his service, he successfully commanded what is widely recognized as the final tactical bayonet charge in United States military history. Anti-communist advising. In his 40s, he voluntarily qualified as a Green Beret to deploy to Southeast Asia, directly advising forces on how to combat communist tactics during the Vietnam War. Armored destruction. On the battlefield, Weston was personally credited with single-handedly disabling multiple enemy tanks. Highly decorated hero, Weston survived decades on active battlefields under grueling conditions, ultimately being awarded more than 200 military medals and citations. According to his official entry in the Military Times Hall of Valor, his highest individual commendations include the Distinguished Service Cross, 5 Silver Stars, 7 Bronze Stars with Valor, 6 Purple Hearts, and the Legion of Merit. There's a story about him when he was in Burma. There was like a local guide, and after he was shot at a bunch and just got grazed and managed to take out a bunch of enemies while getting grazed twice. And after the local guide saw that, he instantly asked Logan to convert him to Christianity, and Logan did. And then the guy who started like singing the praises of Jesus, and Logan was afraid they were going to get caught. But what happened was, because of the guy with him, the local guide, making so much noise, the Japanese thought there were way more soldiers on the way than there were, and they broke into a retreat.
That's awesome. And speaking of fighting preachers, we're joined by Brian McCoppin. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's up, Brian?
I finally started reading Book of Oliver, and I just got to the part where we met Roland. That's getting interesting, dude. The character of Roland speaks only in Bible verses, and that's how he communicates in conversation as well. So, Brian, you had to get real creative and knowledgeable to pull that off. So, well done, man. Well done. But this guy, Colonel Logan E. Weston, I like what it says across the top there. His God called him to preach. His country called him to fight. His men called him the fighting preacher.
Yeah, the guy was nuts. He didn't retire until 1968.
This might be a stupid question, but is he still with us, or has he passed?
I think he passed away. Let me see.
Because some folks do live quite long.
Yeah, I think. No, he passed away. It says he spent the remainder of his life volunteering for Christian counseling networks and lecturing before passing away as a highly revered American hero. Yeah,
that is awesome. Can we call this guy a paladin?
I think I don't think it would be inappropriate to call him a paladin.
The fact that while leading someone to the Lord, it caused the Japanese soldiers to run away.
Yeah. And those tanks he took out, he did that himself. Well, there was one other person with him, and he had a couple of rocket launchers, like a couple of anti-tank anti-tank rocket launchers, and he took out 3 tanks on his own.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. He went in there.
That
Took them
sounds
out.
pretty wild.
Yeah, like there was one firing at him, and he like ran up and got on top of it, and they opened the hatch because I think they assumed he was planting a charge, which he wasn't. He didn't have anything left, but he was able to throw a grenade into the tank. So,
Wow.
yeah.
And we
And
are
then-
also, well, we'll get back to it in just a second, but I just want to say hello to Herman Half-Lung Herman.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Better, stronger, faster.
The bionic hedge is here.
But yeah, and then the last tank blew him up, and he went to a hospital, and then he got better and was like, "Send me back."
To the hospital?
No, to the battlefield, to the front lines.
So
Where
this dude had no quit in him.
no quit.
After
No.
being in the hospital as long as I have, I wouldn't mind going to the front lines either. Holy crap. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's all I had. Was I just a fighting preacher was mentioned, and I thought I should bring up Logan here.
Yeah. Have you read this book yourself yet? Or?
I haven't read his autobiography. What I did was I watched a rather lengthy video on him.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go looking for videos on him to listen to while I'm at work tomorrow. That sounds interesting. I even might pick up that book. That just sounds. This dude sounds awesome. So how you doing, Herman?
Actually, a lot better.
Awesome.
I've been using my health bong to get my volume back. It does kind of look a little bit like a bomb. It's got this big cylinder, and it's got this like breathing apparatus, and you have to inhale to take it as far up as you can, and you got to keep this little marker in between these two indicators, and so that you can't just like inhale and shove that thing all the way up. So I call it my health bong. So,
Yeah, my mom was given something similar right after her brain surgery because they were afraid she might get post-op pneumonia.
yeah. So, and holy cow, but yeah, actually feeling kind of pretty good. My frickin' scars itch like you would not believe.
You can't scratch them either, can you?
Yeah, no, I can't. It's driving
Slap
me
'em.
absolute batty.
Go do what the tattoo guys do. Slap them.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I can't. I really can't because it's like they're like behind and up. So it's like you kind of have to like turn, and I don't know. I'm getting, it hurts even trying to do it. So the only way I'd be able to scratch them is if like I rubbed them against like a door threshold or something, which I'm pretty sure that would be really bad. So
Yeah, well, there's a door threshold at work. I constantly scratch my back on, and I've told my boss when I quit and I leave, I'm taking this door jam with me.
yeah,
It's just awesome for the back. Christy says I have about 20 of them. Talking about the as you put it, health bong.
bongs.
Yeah, Christy has been. She has been a frequent customer of the hospital. Let's say that.
Holy
She's been
cow.
through a lot, and the fact that she's still with us is an absolute miracle. So it's always good to see her when she pops up in the chat because I know how close she came to not being here.
Yeah, I'm with her. Holy cow.
So based on your icon and based on the description you've given, I've prepared an image of Herman. I'll just remove the fighting preacher here, and there you go.
It actually doesn't come close to it.
That's awesome. I saw a meme where Kermit was looking at Oscar the Grouch and said, I can't do a good Kermit voice, unfortunately, but it said, "Has anyone ever told you look like a giant nug of weed?"
Has anyone ever told you look like a giant looking weed?
Oh, awesome, dude! Herman, you're hired. Herman Kermit.
Hello, piggy.
Christy says,
Man,
my
I-
surgeon told me to slap it when it itches. I told him to remember that in the morning when you get itchy, and I want the video.
Yeah, no, I can't. I literally can't. It's like kind of starts where my armpit is and it goes down. So it's like you can't curl your arm. You can't curl your arm to slap it. It's oh God, it's driving me absolutely bananas.
And out of context, a lot of what we're saying just sounds wrong.
Yeah.
I'm the one that wrote it's not easy being green, but geez.
Slap that itch, baby. Slap it.
Yeah, I was looking for a good clip to play in response to that, but I don't have any that quite line up with it.
Oh. So yeah, anyways, I'm feeling really good.
Awesome. Glad to have you hanging with us tonight, man.
Yep. I got a doctor's. I have the surgeon's follow-up in next week. Next week, I think tomorrow, or 1 week from tomorrow. So.
All right, and Gray's joined us. Sunny day with gray cloud. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Yeah, and go check Gray Cloud. He does a lot of streaming too. Go check out his channel. Sunny Day with Gray Cloud. We actually go to his channel and grab his link. I'll drop it in the live chat.
Here we go. I've developed something for Herman. It's just a prototype. It's in the prototyping phase, but I think Herman could follow through on the development if his itch is really bothering him.
All right, hang on. I'm bouncing through tabs here.
You know what? I'm going to have you. That's actually pretty funny. Actually, guys, I think I need to step away for a little bit. My back's been bothering me, so I want to go lay down and kind of straighten it out. And I will be back in a little bit.
Be honest, you're just going to go use Liverpore's drill, aren't you?
No, I seriously I have to go. So I'll be back in a little bit.
All righty.
Hey,
Take it easy,
bye.
Feel better, man.
Let's see. Gray says, I'm in the mood for a Canadian glazing, Frederick.
The Canadian glazing, what is that? It sounds wrong.
I think it's Tim Hortons or something.
Well, Tim Hortons belongs to a conglomerate. No Canadians go there anymore.
Oh,
It sounds like a Canadian money shot, frankly.
Well, it was named after a hockey player who bought a donut place that made the best donuts. You know, you'd go there in the morning, it would smell nice. They'd make the donuts fresh in-house. And then fast forward, like, I don't know, 70 years or something, it's bought up by a conglomerate, and it does everything that a corporation would do to save money. They hire only immigrants in Canada because that's where the grants are at the moment. And so they're basically bought up by an exterior corporation, and so there's nothing Canadian about it. So Canadians have stopped going to it, and sales have been going down, and now they're trying to figure out what's going to happen because Dunkin' Donuts is coming back next year, and that's like the biggest competitor to Tim Hortons. And they're saying things like, we're going to hire Canadian. We'll see, Dunkin' Donuts.
At least Dunkin' Donuts is still a North American company.
Yeah,
They're based out of Massachusetts.
and you mostly want an option to not go to the worst place. It's just like Tim Hortons.
Right.
It's gotten pretty bad. I think 30% of their orders they get right. Like, it's a really, really bad place.
Okay, Readout's joined us. What's up, dude? He says, silly question. Is an hour and 20 minutes a bit too short for a runtime for video about single military attack? Asking for science. Read out. What have you got in the can?
Science.
Is this the one you were talking about over on Swords and Starships Discord? The Sunny says, "Okay, I'll just have a Guimon glaze."
Who's this guy?
Man, everybody's asking for your money shots, Frederick.
Michael. Dude, yeah, this is the first time I'm not doing art at the art table.
They wanna get covered in your loonies and toonies.
Well, they're not worth much any, but they do look kind of like gold coins. Those loonies.
We'll read out. Christy says, "No, not too short."
All right, I gotta figure out how to get the data from the
Oh,
vault.
it's not related. I thought you were talking about something else. All right, he says, "See, that's the scary part. It is not related to my ramblings on this Swords and Starship today." Gray says, "I can't help it. I've had a wonderful day." Well, that's awesome.
Well, that's
It's always good to see folks having good days
He's been sunny lately instead of being
instead of
Gray
being gray
cloud.
cloud. Gray cloudy day is what it used to be, and now it's sunny days with gray cloud. He is the personification of the silver lining.
I'm being a janitor in a Hitman game now. Like I'm mopping the floor.
He's like, I gotta sit here and mop this stupid floor just to kill a guy. Can't he just walk over here so I could shoot him? I got other things I want to do.
Well, I killed the CEO. I was successful with. I killed her with a katana, which is probably something got unlocked. It seems. I would hope. Now I got to get the data from the vault because I'm in a bank. So there's a 2-part mission to this one.
Christy asks, why did he pick up a bedpan? You picked up a bedpan?
Don't think so.
Picked up something that looked like a bedpan
The
at some
mop?
point? You pick up some random items here and there, don't you?
Yes, you interact with the environment pretty much. But I don't recall a bedpan. This is a bank, not a hospital.
I know.
This is a Tim Hortons, not a Wendy's.
By the time you're done with these guys, they might need a bedpan.
Well, I've already
So-
beat the game this week, but I'm trying to find other ways and unlock stuff. Having fun a little bit.
So one of my buddies asked me how I can like sit on the couch and zone up to YouTube, and I was like, well, I'm not really paying attention to YouTube when I do that. And he asked me what I am doing, so I made a video, and Frequency has seen it,
And I actually understood it.
and I've gone ahead and there we go.
This is Liverpool.
Yep.
Zoning out on YouTube.
Looks sad. You've been watching too much Star Trek, Liverpool. And porn.
AI is getting scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Now, is that just the random baby that it generated, or is that somebody specific that it was
Random
based on?
babe that it generated. Yeah, I was just like,
Oh,
hot
it lets
brunette.
me hit the play button on your video.
Yeah, because I presented it as a video that you can control rather than it being like a tab that I had open.
Oh, wow!
Oh, that's cool.
But
I
I
didn't
just
know we could do that.
I told it an attractive brunette in a revealing space uniform.
Lieutenant Lake, you're almost out of uniform.
Is that me? It's kind of me. Like it took inspiration. I like put an image of myself during the generation, so it kind of took inspiration from me. But it's
I mean, it was definitely your face in the first shot there.
sort of not exactly, but close.
It looked like a slightly more fit and trim version of you, anyway.
Hey now.
Hey, when I'm spacing out in my head, suddenly I'm not fat. All right. I get it.
Hang on a second.
And
I'm
then
gonna
when I start
just
paying attention to reality, I look down at my stomach and go, oh.
1 second.
Sunny day is raining on your parade.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
This is me.
Oh,
So-
you're actually going full face reveal here? Twirl that mustache. Be the villain. I'm actually surprised. I didn't know you were going to do a face reveal.
Yep.
Yeah. That looks like you to me.
Yeah, very similar. It's definitely inspired by me.
Good morning, Australia. What's going on, Corey?
Hey, Corey Barton.
And Christy says big guns are sexy.
Oh my God, we got a face reveal.
Oh, you didn't see it, Frederick?
I did. And I can't unsee it now.
So did you accomplish the mission?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Half of it. I killed the CEO. Now I got to get the data.
Okay, I thought you had like multiple missions. It's one.
It's 2.
It was one big mission with a bunch of, for lack of better terms, waypoints.
No, it's 2 different missions in the same location, but they are in
Look.
opposite locations, basically. Like
Christy, you can't give him too hard a time. He's paying
one's
attention
at
to
the
like
top of
6
the
things right now.
top of the building, and the other one's at the vault at the bottom of the building. So you gotta go get them both. You gotta shoot the CEO and retrieve the data, and not shoot the data and retrieve the CEO. It just doesn't end well that way.
Gray, this game is Hitman. It's Agent 47.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you see what Christy typed to you there, Ethan?
I did.
Is this a Spider-Man game?
I couldn't see her comment because I'm not wearing glasses.
Okay, these guys. I gotta take care of these guys again. Okay. Something.
Gray wonders, why did I think I saw Spider-Man earlier? I'm not sure because I didn't catch all of it since, as Liverpool pointed out, I'm
talked
kind of
about-
bouncing around between 6 different things over here.
Sure, and we
Oh,
talked
Christy
about
Good
says-
night, Christy.
we talked about
Okay, I have to go. I have a bunch to do. I shall bid you a great night. Good night, Christy. God bless. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We got to get you on here. We got to get you on here properly with a voice cameo sometime.
Yeah, we've had her on before. We'll have
Oh,
to
I
do it
wasn't
again
there for that.
sometime.
Anyway, good night, Christy.
Maybe if I wasn't horseplaying so much. Agent 47 is going through a little horseplay right now.
Yeah, they figured out. They caught me, so I'm dead. Gotta reload.
Hey, you're so dead you clipped right through the door.
I clipped through the door. Let's figure something else out. I'm halfway there.
Oh, you know
as
what I
Bon
haven't
Jovi
done
would
tonight
say.
yet? Hang on.
The radiation.
Yeah, she's going through a little radiation treatment. She is putting herself before a beam comprised of wavelengths of doom.
Sounds like a plot for a superhero comic.
Yep.
I was about to say, did Christy go through the Van Allen radiation belt and come back with powers?
Yeah, Christy, tell the doctors that after all that radiation treatment, dang it, you want superpowers. Let me throw on some tunes in the background. I just realized I hadn't put any on.
See, they
Let's
fucked up. You're
see.
supposed to inject the super soldier serum before you do the radiation. That's how that
The
works.
Vita Rays. Throw on some Venting O2 into Space by Chill Kid.
Now you're talking.
Well, I hope you have a very productive and restful evening, Christy.
She says, I already have supper. Well, that's good to hear.
I think autocorrect got it. She tried to say superpowers.
I think she might supper powers. She has powers of making supper.
Yeah, I was about to say I've been like getting better at cooking from recipes recently, and
Yeah, you were mentioning the air fryer and the steak.
Developing my supper powers. Oh yeah, I've never had a better steak than I made with that air fryer. It's crazy. So here's the plan. Actually, I have a steak in the fridge that's been brining for 24 hours, and what I want to do now is I want to cut it up and sous vide it to like a really rare, medium rare, and then once that's done, I want to throw it back in the fridge in its own juices and let it reabsorb the brine. And then I'm going to air fry it tomorrow.
Cool. You are far more cultured than I am. I take a steak, I throw butter in a frying pan, maybe bacon grease if I just cook bacon. I sear the outside, flip it over, sear the outside of that side, and then I eat it. It's still pretty much still raw in the middle, and I know I'm weird, but that's how I like it.
That's usually what I used to do. But then I tasted this steak coming out of the air fryer, and I was like, holy shit.
I have an air fryer, so I might try it. I might try this one day. But
yeah, I did 400 degrees. I air fried it at 400 degrees for 12 minutes, and it came out so good. It rendered the fat in the fat cap so perfectly. It was fucking amazing, dude. And all I put on it was black pepper and salt. I didn't even no garlic, no thyme, none of that stuff. Just salt and black pepper, and in the air fryer for 12 minutes at 400, and it was the best steak I had ever made.
What size was the steak?
I just cut a piece off of a bigger steak, so it was like a rectangular prism, about I would say 2 inches by 2 inches by, I don't know, 2 inches by 2 inches by like 6 inches.
So whatever size steak just fits nicely in my air fryer, 400 degrees, 12 minutes, see how it comes out. Because I imagine there'll be variants. Not all air fryers are going to operate exactly the same, I'm sure. But
yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I don't have a traditional air fryer. What I have is a toaster oven that does air frying.
Ah. Well, another thing I like to do sometimes is the slow cook in a crock pot. I'll take the tougher meat, put it in there, and it just turns it tender by the next day.
Yep. Brining can also help with making the steak more tender. Dry brining it for like a full day.
Yeah, I've never brined a steak. Maybe I should start looking into that. I mean, I love frickin' corned beef, and that's pretty much just a brined brisket, right? Or is there something different more to it?
I'm not sure. Dry brining is genuinely, it's just rubbing all the seasoning into the steak and then just letting it sit for a day. And essentially what happens is, since part of your brine is definitely going to contain salt, the salt draws some of the juices out of the steak, and then the juices dissolve the salt, and then the steak reabsorbs the salty juices.
All right, watch this. I'm going to put some chloroform in the ventilation system.
There
we go.
That's Agent 47's idea of an April Fool's gag.
Well, it's mostly to get these people who are like watching the vault here. They're a bit of a nuisance. So I'm gonna like fudge with their air conditioning.
This kills the crab. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that meme.
Kills the
Would you-
crab.
Yeah, this kills the crab.
Not familiar with that meme, no.
Killed the whole bucket. Look, they're all dead inside with gas. Well, they're knocked out. Sorry, they're not
No,
dead.
they're just sleeping.
Yeah.
No, ether will kill things. It's how they
Well,
used to
if-
euthanize pets.
If you look, they have their loading wheel, so that means they're not dead yet.
Today on the road, I saw there was a part of the road blocked off. Fire trucks a whole 9 yards. I was going the other way, so on the other side of the medium. So I saw it. There was a big rig lying on its side, sleeping.
A big rig sleeping. I
Yeah,
didn't
big
know they
old
slept.
tractor and trailer just lying on the side, sleeping.
All right, now I gotta find like key cards and shit. Security card. I'm already wearing.
I'm assuming you already tapped the cameras, right?
Yeah, I did that before I went and killed the CEO.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just walking around getting pictures taken. Like you're not going to be so anonymous anymore.
Yeah, but you could still win that way, like as long as you kill your targets and make your mission. But if you want to be silent assassin, you got to make sure you don't get caught, and that means by cameras. That means you can't kill any non-targets.
Yep. Let's see. Sonny says rubbing steaks sounds a little questionable.
All right, I got the vault lock now. That opened that thing. I should save at this point because this is good progress.
So you're pretty much sequence breaking.
Yes, I'm save scumming a lot because you die. Like it's really easy to like people get alarmed, they pull out their guns and they start shooting you. So
Yeah.
you really you have to work the stealth a lot. And it's not just like hiding yourself stealth, it's like social melding, so fitting in with your environment using clothes, a change of clothes and uniforms and just blending in.
I should mention this was a popular meme like 15 to 20 years ago, so you may have known it at the time and forgotten. But I've gone ahead and queued it up for you there, Ethan.
This kills the crab.
I have it on the screen, but I'm standing outside looking at it on my phone, and I can't read those words. I'll be back inside in just a minute, and I'll be able to read that.
Well, it says, using a pair of poultry shears, quickly cut off the front of the crab about a 3/4 inch behind the eyes. This kills the crab.
So the instructions are now stating the obvious is pretty much the idea.
Yeah, but then it like zooms in and the crab just kind of looks very sad and tired. And it just and it blows up the words, this kills the crab.
I'll pick up a gold bar while I'm at it. While we're here.
Because why not?
It's there. Might as well get it.
And then trade it for Bitcoin.
Exactly. So what we're going to do now is leave the area because I got the data and killed the CEO. So mission is complete. I got to exit without getting caught because now they all see I have data. And they're gonna pretty much just shoot me when they see me. So I gotta avoid getting in people's line of sight.
And so that was a popular meme some time ago. And in fact, there's a variation on the meme that I've just queued up. And this will tell you roughly what that meme was contemporary.
I just pacified him with the gold bar.
My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperial. Can you say the same?
Oh, this is not going to go well.
Yeah, so basically, this meme was roughly contemporary to the release of the original Skyrim. So, like 2010, 2011.
It's a long time ago.
Yep, about 15
and
years.
I'm back at the pewter. What do you think? What could you consider to be the original meme? Something like Kilroy was here.
I mean, it would be hard to say. It's probably some very. If we wanted to get real general about it, it's probably some pictographic graffito that was, popular when people were painting caves.
No, a meme has a different definition. You're thinking of a pictogram. A meme is about the distribution of the data, of the content of the meme. So the meme has to reproduce.
So when people go like spray painting and graffiti, a whole bunch of different people are graffitiing the same thing. Kilroy was here. Can that count as a meme?
Well, like
that's
if
what I'm
they're
saying.
all
We just
spray
probably
painting their
don't know
hands,
about it.
like if they're using their
probably
hands
there was one
as
guy in a
stencil.
cave. There was one guy in a cave who kept doing this one white tiger that he killed, and everyone's like, "We get it, Thog. You killed that one white tiger." And then somebody else was like, "Oh, me draw a white tiger, but having sex with elk." And then the white tiger became a meme, and people started probably painting the white tiger.
Did you say having sex with elk?
Yes.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, that's what makes it a meme.
Is that the first meme? Or is the
I mean,
second?
that's my guess, is that the first meme is so lost to the annals of history that that we'll never know.
He said history.
I get it.
All right. I need to change my clothes. Well, it's not going to change anything because I got the freaking data. Oh, do I have the data?
Is he just wearing a cell phone on his lapel?
Dude, where's my data? Which sounds like, dude, where's my car?
Yeah, isn't that the English version of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Dude, where's my car?
His head is so shiny.
Did somebody say history?
Did I?
His head is so shiny. It's like it's got that Canadian glaze.
Oh, I forgot to.
Oh, Readout, did you watch that video I sent you? Could the Mongol horde conquer colonial America? I saw that and thought you might enjoy that. So. I love the channel Nerd History. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
I don't think the Mongols could have conquered North America.
Well,
you know why?
What ended up being the problem was they pretty much work primarily off their horses, and their horses were starving as they tried to push through the woods after so long.
Well, there's also the fact that, like, the Native Americans were pretty much descended from Mongolians.
Yeah,
like
but this was the Mongols trying to take on the British colonies pretty much. It was 76. The timing, it was Washington and was it Cornwall? Was that his name? The British guy going
Cornwallis.
at it. Cornwallis, yeah, and it actually got to the point where the unthinkable happened, and Washington and Cornwallis said, "We're teaming up against these bastards." Rita says, I saw the share, but have yet to watch it. I'm going to say the Mongols could conquer the plains if hypothetically someone dropped them off in Texas or something. No, they were trying to take on the East Coast colonies. And the simulation and calculations, they did a lot of damage, but they could only get so far. Gray says, Google says the first meme was a comic in 1921 from a satirical magazine by University of Iowa. The magazine was called The Judge. Readout says, but when any invading force tries to traverse the Rockies or Appalachians, everything comes to a screeching halt. And Gray says, Cornholio.
The great Cornholio. All right, I gotta get out of here. I can
All
send him off.
hail the great Cornholio.
Go fetch a quarter, policeman.
But I don't think the Mongols would even do that much damage, honestly.
I'll
Like-
send you the videos. I'll send you the video, and after you watch it, you might want to discuss it, and you might have some good ideas to point out why the video is either correct or incorrect. I'm not saying we'll discuss it tonight. I'll send you the video, and if you find
All
it
right.
interesting enough, you can
Sure.
give it a watch.
By all means. But I have actually read a lot about Genghis Khan and his and his conquering, and how he was basically really only stopped from conquering Europe by the fact that, like, well, family issues. His son got sick, if I recall correctly, and he turned back. And that's pretty much the only reason he didn't conquer Eastern Europe completely.
But that's what would make it such an interesting discussion. You're read up on a lot of this, so
Yeah, I've also
discussing the
read
video
up-
with you would be very interesting.
Yeah, I'll watch the video. I just don't think. I mean, just off top with my knowledge of like colonial America and the Mongols, it wouldn't be.
Well, here's the title of the video: Could 100,000 Mongols conquer colonial America? So they have a numbers advantage right there. But that doesn't take away from any of your points.
If they could draw the colonials away from the cities and their weapons emplacements, they could do it in the wilderness. But if the colonials just hold up in their cities with their cannon, no shot.
I watched an
That's-
interesting one from Nerd History yesterday. It was could a lone Navy SEAL solo the Roman gladiatorial arena? There's another one. I speak so well. Could 10 Delta operators save the Alamo? Things like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But these videos are worth watching because they sit there and they go into a lot of details of how things operated, why they operated the way they do, and it's called Nerd History. And while it's a fun scenario, it's actually teaching you what things were like in certain conditions. It's a lot of
I'm
fun.
willing to have my mind changed by the video. Certainly, I just I don't see it happening. If the video asserts, in fact, that the Mongols could take the colonies, but I'm gonna watch the video. And
Is there like a simulation video where we?
Well, it's they use AI for the animated visuals.
Sure.
But I don't know who writes the script, but the guy who does the voiceover for him is fantastic. He's called Mike the Voice Actor. He has his own YouTube channel, although I don't know if he uploads a lot of videos himself, but his narrations are he's good. He is great narrator. He does it for, there's two channels I know of, Nerd History and Nerd Science. And it used to be a rotation of different narrators, but I think Mike is now the primary on both channels, and he just does a great job telling the story. But Nerd Science is things like, could the Avengers survive Darkseid, or stuff like that. It's a lot of comic and fiction crossover battles. Um, what was the other one that he just did recently? It was could someone survive It was could The Witcher survive Mortal Kombat? Stuff like that. It's really cool. And you're not going to agree with them all, of course, but it is fun to watch, and they break down biology and stuff and things. And a good one was could John Wick survive John Rambo? And it was John Wick going in on Rambo's turf, so Wick wasn't having a good time with that one.
I gotta find an exit. Uh-oh. Somebody found me. I'm here for the interview.
Are you hired?
I think I got an HR complete.
Did she say that's definitely not okay?
Yes. Yeah, the NPCs in this one are hilarious.
Yeah. Readout says, I wish we could figure out the recipe for whatever Travis, Bowie, and Crockett were consuming to buy into holding the Alamo was a good tactical idea, because Sam Houston certainly didn't have said recipe.
The exits.
Another fun one was could a lone samurai solo the Roman gladiatorial arena? They did, I think, 10 Delta operatives versus Leonidas in the 300. They had could SEAL Team 6 survive Berlin during World War II? That one was their goal. Their mission was to go in, take out Hitler, and get out. And I'll spoil this one. They got in and they did take out Hitler, but they weren't able to make it out alive. So, I mean, technically mission accomplished, but they weren't able to walk away from it.
Dude, there's so many people who can just kill me here.
But you can just kill them back, right?
No, that's the thing. You're not.
Oh, that's right. If they're not the target, you can't kill them.
Well, it's not just that. There's a lot of cops shooting at you at the same time, so it's kind of hard to not die. All right. I don't have the stupid data. I left the data somewhere. Where? This was unfortunate when I hit those cops.
All right, Ethan.
Yeah.
I'm going to share something to you. Make sure the sound is on, okay?
All right.
All right. Let me just get it here. There we go. All right, there you go.
All right, let me...
Is that a sigh?
Surprise racist comment that gets Ethan demonetized.
You're scaring me for a minute there, bud.
Got him.
I was like, where is this going? Oh, no. And he's back.
Okay.
The hedge is returned.
Let's hope I don't get another flare-up.
Oh, the dump is full.
It's always a risk, Herman, but we understand that you have to hedge your bets.
There's got to be a limit to how bad the dad jokes can be.
I'm afraid not.
The irony is we paid somebody to trim my hedges this year, so.
How many of these people are there?
Is that
Oh,
a
it is.
euphemism for your wife took you to see a prostitute?
I am in no shape for even for that.
Well, they're professionals. I'm sure they're specialists.
Yeah, specialist freaking killing me. Holy cow. Look, I'm happy when I get a good crap in the morning. That's how bad it is.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I've turned like that old grandfather, He's always talking about his health conditions. That's me now. But yeah, there's a like a middle section on my back that if I sit wrong, it flares up, and it requires a little bit of time to just kind of like change how I'm sitting, and then it like goes away. But I had it happen at work. I had to sit there for about a half an hour, my back arched in my chair, just doing heavy breathing, deep breathing before it eventually passed. So decades and decades of writing software.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What do I need to unlock this door? I need a key. Who has the key? There's a coin. That's not useful.
Did this week's show technically have a theme of any kind? Or...
None at all.
Wait,
yes.
So you're just
the theme is
it?
Yes. Damn it, you got there before I could.
Every once in a while, we do have a theme. So.
Yeah, now and then. But this week, I was coming in with absolutely nothing. Except the preacher story. That's the one thing I had was the preacher story. I think the only reason I saw that was because of you, Herman. I think you replied to it, and that's why it showed up in my newsfeed.
Woohoo!
By the way, if you do search for a YouTube video about fighting preacher, I highly recommend the video done by Fat Electrician.
Oh, he's usually pretty good.
Yeah, he has a really good video on the fighting preacher. He's how I found out about him.
So anyway, I got Metroid Zero mission queued up here, and I went and finished it. I finished the run, and it was at like 87%. I was trying to do 100%, so 87%. I'm like, oh crap, I'm missing a couple items, and I have no idea where they could be. So now I'm just running around the map, but I'm coming up short. There's a few more items I need to pick up, and I cannot find them to save my life.
Herman, did you happen to catch the video I got Wrangler to play?
No.
Even do you mind? Do you want to play it again?
Surprise racist comment that gets Ethan demonetized.
That's actually pretty close to me, except the beard's not as full, and it looks a little bit more like crazy old man.
That's a direct one-to-one. I mean, that is me. That is actually my face and head.
Oh, well, you and I look very close.
But Herman's right. The AI voice sounded closer to Herman's voice than yours.
Yeah.
I got out. I was a messy amateur. It was terrible. But I am 7 out of 10 location mastery now. Only 13 to go.
What happened to 7 and 9?
That's Star Trek. It's not my department.
Well, she was a great character until Kurtzman made her fake and gay.
Right? Did they make her gay?
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, who cares what they did? Their shit's not canon.
Good point. It's like if you're gonna suddenly make a character gay, then it should be a character that was always gay. Don't give them the Iceman treatment.
I mean, I can see how they might have justified it because in the original, in Voyager, she was always very confused about like romance and all that. So I don't know. But she also, like, anytime she did explore romance, it was with a male figure.
Yep.
But also, it might
usually
just
Chakotay.
Yeah, which was a weird fucking call. I think that was because of like a bet that was made or something like that about like how. Okay, so Jerry Ryan was involved with one of the writers at the time, and somebody was like, "You won't write a scene where she makes out with him. I bet you won't write a scene where she makes out with him." And he was like, "Oh yeah," and then yeah, and I think that's why it was Chakotay because of some stupid bet.
Well, at least he won his bet.
Yay! I mean, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I guess it's very Hollywood.
I'll be right back.
In the sense that, like, oh, you won your bet that where you cucked yourself.
Oh no!
Oh,
I got all
God
excited
damn,
thinking I found the an area I didn't see before, and nope, I've been here. Dang it!
Haven't you like played through all of these games already?
Yeah, but I was trying to 100% this one, and
okay.
And I'm like at 87% when I went and finished it. And unfortunately, this is back from when it doesn't give you the percentage you're at in an area. This is you find out after you go through the end of the game whether or not you got everything. And so now I'm just going through the map looking for anything that might show me, hey, you missed something over here. But it's looking like I can't find it. You know, it's looking at all the maps of all the areas. Looks like I got everything. So there's got to be some hidden rooms that I just missed.
I got a new headset, Bluetooth, so I'm mobile.
How is that? Is that treating you well?
I can't. So the answer button doesn't seem to be working on it. Doesn't seem to be working with my VoIP program for work, which is kind of the reason I got it, so that I can like do other shit and during the like sometimes hour and a half between calls on my Sunday overnight shifts. So I got to figure out how to configure everything.
Yeah, I still cannot get audio to come through on my game shares. And believe me, I've tried. Oh, that's right. I need to shine spark my way out of that. There we go. Boom. Nope. Nada. All right, down I go. Okay. Now, unlike Dread, this one is not nearly as fun to 100% afterwards, because traversal is very time consuming. There's no fast travel in it, and there's a lot of you got to zigzag through. So it starts to going back through all the areas starts to get pretty old. The game itself is a fun playthrough, but the going back to do the cleanup run just isn't. It's not as fun.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, should I replay the mission?
Yes.
I'll change some things.
So you're just trying to break the intended path in this, right? That's the whole goal.
So I already beat the game like front and back. So what I'm trying to do now is to beat every location to get what's called location mastery from 0 to 20, which basically means how you exploit the location to do your hit job and basically interact with the location. I went from 4 to 7. Now I'm going to go in. I'm going to try to get the job interview because you can get a job interview for real. And that gives you access to the boss where you can maybe, try to offer there. So I'm going in disguised as a bank teller. Which
You have a great night too, Gray. Thanks for hanging out with us, man.
Good night, sunny days.
I wonder, could there be anything up top?
Of course there is. You know you want to go there.
Up. Yes, hidden area. I don't know what I just found, but wait, what? Okay, there's no items through there, but it was a cut through it's cut through from one area to the other I didn't know existed. Okay, at least I learned something new.
I'm trespassing if I go up there.
And we have been joined by an otter.
Oh my gosh.
Squeak, squeak.
What is up, Otta?
I don't know what's up. What's down? Nobody ever asked that question.
What's going down?
What's down, my man?
I don't know. Maybe it's the otter on the dance floor. Did you ever think of that?
Oh, no.
The otter?
Yeah. But the thing is, there's no otter like me.
There is no otter. There is no bathtub. All is relative.
Trust me, babe, there's no otter guy out there. So what mess did I join tonight?
Well, I'm not drawing at the drawing table, so there's that.
Which we are all very disappointed.
Very
right.
disappointed.
Well, I'll try to
Frederick,
fix
this
it.
is a betrayal.
It's
My
a
back went
betrayal
out.
of my microphone stand. It broke, and now I have to figure out how to work with it.
Somebody needs to find the sound clip of Spoony going, betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me!
See, in America, we have this marvelous fix-all device called duct tape.
Oh,
Yes, it's the only good thing that came out of NASA.
it is a magical cure.
Literally is an American invention. It will fix anything.
Literally anything.
Have you guys ever seen a Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Oh
I
yeah,
have
I've
not.
seen that.
Yeah. Spicoli trashes the car. Dude, my dad is the TV repairman. He's got this ultimate set of tools. I can
Worth it.
fix it.
It's revolutionary, man.
I'm looking for the bathroom.
My brother's gonna crap. My brother's gonna kill us. What is it, man? Is he gonna crap or is he gonna kill us? First he's gonna crap, then he's gonna kill us.
Oh, fuck.
Of course, he didn't say crap, but
Oh, there.
Ah, crap. No, I'm saying crap. Tried to pull off a shine spark and I missed it.
Okay. Is the package? I'm not supposed to be here.
So who have we got on screen here? Obviously, we got Samus, we got Agent 47, and we got Laura Croft.
I know, right?
Right? Nobody that anybody wants to piss off.
We are the most diverse gaming crew here. Trust me. The Otter says so.
Diversity.
You know, the whole fake diversity thing? Yeah, that.
I'm waiting for Cartman to go woke. You will respect my diversity.
please step out of the car, sir.
I identify as they, them, and you will respect my gender identity.
Yeah, they're good at making fun of retarded people.
I'm kind of retarded.
Oh, I'm something of a retard myself. Oh, wait, that's not what the Green Goblin said.
One less.
Ah, like just
Stop the
a
flow.
hair too slow to pull it off there.
Also, Laura has strength of a Titan or something here.
Oh yeah, people have power scaled Laura Croft to going based on feats and doing the math on the object she's moved and things she's done to be like ridiculous. Not multiversal or anything, but they've ended up going based on these feats. She scales above Master Chief, you know.
Well, it's more just the fact that she can move a solid stone block by herself. I'm like, that's pretty impressive.
Somebody was scaling her for a matchup based off her video game, you know, just straight up the video game mechanics. And one of the things she gets automatically was infinite ammo.
Ah. That depends which version of the game, though. That's the original, maybe. But recent games, you got to manage your ammo.
I had to kill monkeys, and I'm not proud of it, but I did it anyway for the cause.
Wow.
I'm not even sure what I'm trying to get out of that. I got shine spark blocks there, Oh, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to break through those from here. I get it now. Create. I think there's like a lower area where I actually shoot up from. That sounded wrong.
You shoot up or you suit up? You don't have to answer that without your attorney present.
Oh, thank God. Oh, no, wait. No, I'm mixing it up with something else. There's a hallway with a bunch of morph ball launchers where I can break through those, but that's not what that is. Okay.
Morph ball launchers.
Yeah, you go into morph ball mode, hop in the little cradle, drop a bomb, and it shine sparks you straight up. And so I could break through blocks like these. But what I'm trying to do is store a shine spark and then launch through that. But I have no idea why. What is on the other side? I don't think there's anything down there. Yeah, it's not showing me that there's anything down there. Unless there's a false block to fall through. Which there's a few of those where you can't. The only way you could realize it's a false block is to step on it. Usually when you do a power bomb, it shows, when it's going off, it shows all the hidden tunnels and stuff for just a minute. But if there's a false block that you just kind of go behind, and then that's going to remain showing on screen during the power bomb detonation.
Hey, did you guys know that there's flooding going on in Kentucky?
What? No, what's going on
I
there?
did not.
I just saw something on X.
Flooding?
Yeah. I don't know if it's real. When is this? Is it recent? Yeah, 15 hours ago. I wonder where this is.
Why is it not letting? I can store a shine spark and launch. Why is it not letting me launch once I get into that spot? I don't understand.
Yeah, dramatic footage is from central Kentucky, specifically Madison County, near Richmond along the Tates Creek, severe flash flooding.
There's a lot of stuff going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Got the heat domes, the earthquakes, the flooding.
Yeah, we're gonna get
It's almost like those signs we were warned about.
Is it the apocalypse yet?
I think we're coming up close to it. I mean,
We had it.
especially when you look at people's behavior. Read the Book of Revelations, and I'm seeing a lot of parallels that are a little uncomfortable.
I'm not worried about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jesus himself said, when you see these signs, do not be anxious, for these things have to happen. That doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah, I have much bigger fish to fry right now.
I kind of let the apocalypse be in God's time. Part of what Jesus said is that no man will know the time nor the hour
Of his second coming, but there will be signs, and these are some of the signs.
There will be signs, but you will never be able to know for sure.
I think the exact Greek expression for that was no spoilers.
Oh, how do I want to get up here?
I need a janitor's key.
Some other things that it said was the loving man's heart will grow cold, and people will be taking great offense. Like,
I feel like these are two literal interpretations.
I find this offensive.
See, there it is. There it is.
How do I want to get up there? I think I'm going to have to move this block elsewhere. I don't like this.
You will learn to love it.
I don't like these block puzzles.
You'll like it, or else.
Okay,
You will play
I finally
these block
busted
puzzles,
through.
and you will like it.
You don't finish this game, you're not
No
getting a new
salmon
one.
for you.
I finally busted through, and
That's
nothing.
what he said.
Absolutely nothing. No hidden passages, no nothing. I just did all that for nothing.
Oh, now you know. And nothing is half
You
the battle.
busted. You busted with all that Canadian glaze.
Well, that just got yuck.
Got all your loonies and toonies in order.
That will not do it, will it? Laura, I want you to jump better. Why
Have a
won't you
good night,
jump
Sonny.
better?
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I just forgot to take it off.
So
Pick
yeah,
it
I
up.
just presented something.
Oh, well, what do we got here? What are we looking
Shall
at?
I read it out?
Yes, please.
Jeremy Vine and Daytime on 5 said, "Are the 370 million pound repairs to Buckingham Palace pointless? The King and Queen won't live there, even when the refurbishments are completed next year. Is doing up Buckingham Palace a waste of time and money?" And I've got an image here of my response. There you go. And I will happily read my response out if you like.
There you go.
I responded with, "Isn't the upkeep of your national monuments a drop in the bucket compared to what you spend importing, housing, and feeding infinite inbred retards so they can rape your daughters?"
Yeah, I would rather they focus more on the whole upkeep of the monument bit.
Yeah. Generally speaking, I think most Britons would probably prefer that too.
Well, I would sincerely hope so.
You would hope so, but they voted in a number of governments that did a number on their country. Even the Conservative Party was still importing people. It's only now that you've got Reform being like, we're going to slow down or stop the migration, and then you've got Restore Britain being like, we're going to deport millions.
Make Britain Britain again.
Right?
I'm
People are
all
like-
for Restore Britain.
People are like, "Why? You're American. Why do you care?" And I'm like, I mean, I don't understand the question. What, like,
In the same manner that fellow British citizens care about Trump.
yeah, well, it's like you have to understand that, like, a lot of our culture, a lot of our national identity, our identity as a people comes from Britain. You know, the Magna Carta is the foundation of not only their legal system but ours as well. A lot of the liberal ideals, and I mean classical liberal, upon which our nation was founded, are British in origin. They're English ideas. You know, the idea of innocent until proven guilty. You know, yeah, like the idea, the fact that we were founded. You know, people argue that we were
That's
that
right.
we weren't
You're
founded as a
dead,
Christian
bitch.
nation.
I'm innocent
But-
until you prove me guilty.
But we were founded as a Christian nation, no matter how much people want to argue with that fact, because the idea is the government doesn't actually have the right to take away our constitutional rights. They can make amendments to the Constitution, but the assertion, the central promise of our country is that we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights.
Yeah, but now
Yeah,
you got
and
the
this
aliens
was a discussion I was having with you off air in the voice chats last week, where I finally I think I found the right word to try and express what I was trying to get across and was failing to do so. Where I was saying I absolutely agree 100% with that. My question was, as people who are not in that country, we are not of Britain. We have the right to the opinion, we have the right to say it, but do we have the standing to say it truly? Do you know what I mean? That's probably the word I was looking for, the standing. Where it's like, yeah, it can be said, it can be acknowledged, but we can't vote over there. I don't.
No,
Not that I know that voting works over there like it does here, but I mean, you see my point. What standing do we have to?
we have enough standing that that they're so afraid of us that they've passed a bill pretending to be concerned about children that blocks X, because we do have influence on their culture, a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When they start doing stuff online, that's a two-way street where what they're doing affects us and what we're doing affects them. That is where I would think we would definitely have some standing.
Yeah, and their whole thing that they blocked. I think they did it with Facebook and X and a number of other platforms with the age verification thing, which is really just an excuse to track what their citizens are doing online. Because you want to know what platform they didn't force age verification for?
Which one?
Now, keep in mind, the premise is protecting children. The premise of the bill is protecting children. And,
Don't tell me roadblocks.
Blue Sky.
Oh, Blue Sky. Really?
Yeah, they didn't force age verification on Blue Sky, a platform known to harbor pedophiles.
Huh.
All right, I'm going to take what I typed off the screen now because there's just been a solid 10 minutes of the word rape as like central
yeah.
to your
There we go.
Yeah, we just tuning in today. We're talking about UK politics.
It's astounding, and I'm actually kind of grateful to Keir Starmer and his cadre for what they did in the UK, because I think for a lot of Americans it was a huge wake up call. I hope it was that it could easily happen here.
Well,
the main difference
here, so.
The main difference between there and here is that we weren't idiots and we didn't disarm ourselves in 1996.
Sometimes I shudder when I think of how close we came to that happening.
Like over there, their women can't even carry pepper spray to protect themselves.
Wow.
Well, they get arrested for racist comments when they're describing their perpetrators. Because you can't describe what they do because it's racist to talk about their behavior.
This man assaulted me. That may be so, but to say that is racist. So how dare you?
That's kind of literally what
France was threatened with prison because she was signaling that the problem was the African and Arab immigrants in France. And it was on a TV panel, and one of the hosts or the guys there was like, "No, the problem is men. Men rape women. And the woman was like, "No, it's not the French men that are raping women. It's the African immigrants and the Muslims and all." And so they shut her up quick, and they were talking about sending her to jail for about a week.
Wow.
She's only going to get a fine now.
Oh, is that all? Well, how generous of them. What the hell?
And
leniency.
She was attacked. I think they didn't. She got away. She was lucky. but like not all women are lucky. He said, dude, 250,000 rapes. And the people who are supposed to be for women are mum. Not a word.
Oh,
It's because
I'm convinced that feminists are rape apologists because they're the same people that keep saying, "Oh yes, bring these other people into our country," and the more of them they bring into the country, the more sexual assaults that end up happening from them.
Well, they have the
And
same
then
goal as
the feminists
communism.
sit there and defend it. So
They have the same end goal as communism, which is to destroy the family unit.
I'm sorry to say they're kind of doing a good job.
Yeah.
And their
And I wish
excuse
they
for
would stop.
It worked.
their excuse for importing their excuse for importing all these inbred retards is that the white Europeans, the natives of those areas, aren't reproducing fast enough to replace the dying population, and that they need to save the GDP by importing.
They
all of
orchestrated
these
that
animals.
first because they put the fear of climate change in everyone, and they said you can't have
Exactly.
children because of climate change.
Yep, and then they ruined the economy so that it was more difficult to have
And
children.
climate change is a serious problem in Ireland because a lot of the Muslim and immigrant households are burning due to climate change. Did you not catch that?
Yeah, definitely it was climate change.
Just
Yeah,
spontaneously
when
caught
really what
fire.
they're doing is erasing their own cultures.
Well,
It's not them doing it to themselves. It's somebody else infiltrating them.
it's globalist oligarchs making these decisions,
Right.
and then passing it down to the leadership of these countries.
And they all have a different religion from the people they're destroying.
Yeah, and it's not, and the people doing it, by the way, aren't Muslim. They're like, they're straight up demon worshippers. Like, they're not. Like, I don't know how serious they are about it or how tongue in cheek it is, but there's credible evidence that they like sacrifice children to Moloch and shit.
That's gross.
Yeah,
Who is this?
like the oligarchs, the like
Oh,
secret
yeah.
masters of the world, like the Epstein Island type people. So I mean, I don't want to sound like a nut. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy nut, but like the longer this shit goes on, the more stuff gets revealed, and it's like stuff that would have been absolutely unhinged to believe like 2 months ago turns out to be true.
They're not conspiracy theories; they're spoilers.
Yeah, people are running out of the theories now. They need some new ones.
Like a Tulsi Gabbard revealing all the shit with Fauci. You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and why didn't she say it sooner? That's my question.
Well, she said it on her way out, and she might not have said it sooner because she wasn't told to. Because I don't know if you heard the rest of the stuff about Tulsi, but she was in a cult. She's in a cult, and
Tulsi?
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard was in a cult, is in a cult, and a lot of what she said publicly was shit that like her cult leader told her to say.
That's news. That's news to me. I haven't heard that
there's
before.
pictures of her on the steps, like doing the hand triangle thing. So it's not too surprising she's involved in some shady stuff. But which cult are you talking about? Like,
hang on, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Here we go. Allegations linking former Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard to a cult center around her lifelong deep connections to the Science of Identity Foundation. Founded by Chris Butler, a secretive breakaway Hare Krishna offshoot, the Hawaii-based sect has frequently been described by defectors and investigators as a cult.
It's Hawaii-based. Okay, I never heard of this one.
Neither have I. This is a new one to me.
Yeah, leaked directives. An investigative report by the Washington Post revealed a trove of confidential memos and internal documents. The investigation indicated that during her time as a U.S. Congresswoman, Gabbard received and frequently followed detailed instructions from Butler regarding her legislative priorities, media messaging, and public behavior. Ex-member testimonies. Defectors of SIF have alleged that Butler demanded absolute obedience, utilized mind control, and preached extreme ideologies, including homophobia and Islamophobia. Former followers and critics, as detailed by the New Yorker in previous reporting, described a highly controlled environment in which devotees displayed extreme devotion to Butler.
Maybe he's just dreamy.
Bro, every day more news comes out that makes me feel like I'm fucking still asleep. I'm like, what is it? Seriously? Tulsi Gabbard was in a cult?
She's
What?
like one of the last I would have suspected too.
Right?
Oh, not me. I'm not surprised, but I didn't know of this cult, so I'm surprised which cult it is.
Yeah, the
Well, it's like
science of identity.
she's one who kind of left the left, but
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a Democrat. She was a candidate for presidency as a Democrat a couple
Well,
of
that
elections
that
ago.
explains quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. But Trump placed her as the DNI, so there's that.
yeah, my whole thing is when she said that, I'm like, well, good, but why did she wait till she's on her way out to say it? That's kind of weird. Why not just say it outright? I guess that's why.
It may have contributed.
What is this?
What's going on here? There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, yeah, like she's not even in the cult I would have expected.
Which
cult
did you
would that
think
be?
She was going to be in.
Well, maybe not Tulsi specifically, but the one I suspect that a lot of politicians are in are literal demonic cults.
Like the Bohemian Grove stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all pretty wild, man. Like, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Like, how do we take our shit back? You know. I mean,
I don't know. Things are so whacked out that
All I'm going to say is you better not get rid of Social Security before I get on it.
we're gonna get rid of it.
If I
the day
get there
after.
and somebody takes it away, I'm going to be mighty pissed.
I'm already expecting it to just not be there for me.
That's what I thought too, but it's there. So
You're surprised it's still holding out when you get to this certain age, and then you're like, now I better be there. Now you got my hopes up. You're right there, Liverpool?
yeah, I've had this cough for like 2 months.
go ahead and
I
check
think
it
it's
out.
well, I think it's. I'm pretty sure I figured out what it is. I think I have GERD.
That's a
my
big
God.
possibility.
Because it like the cough activates when I lean too much one way or the other, or it makes it hard to find a sleeping position. So I'm on over-the-counter omeprazole, I think it's called. It's makes your stomach acid more mild
Yes.
to give your throat a chance to heal.
My son, he was having problems with his throat swelling up and all that, and hard to swallow, and that's what they diagnosed it as. So,
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I've been talking to friends about this, and it turns out like a bunch of people I know have GERD. And then another friend of mine recently started having difficulty with spicy food, and he loves spicy food. But he went to the Mexican burrito place nearby, and he got his usual order, and it fucked him up for the rest of the day. And I'm like, everybody's having these gastrointestinal issues like right around the same time. Is it just because I know a bunch of people around my age, or is it because something's going on? You know, is this some like...
I'm starting to feel left out. I got to go to that one too.
Right? Yeah, well, I have a theory.
Or maybe I should just be happy with all the problems I already got.
Did you get the jab, Ethan?
The what?
The jab.
Do you have a theory?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get the jab. Oh, you're talking about the COVID vaccine. No, I was one of those stubborn rednecks that said, I also got kicked out of almost every place for refusing to wear a mask.
Yeah, I got the first one, and then I got one of the boosters, and it like the booster gave me like crippling back pain for like a whole evening. Like I couldn't get out of bed. When I had to take a piss, I had to like roll out of bed, fall onto the floor, and then crawl to the bathroom and figure it out.
That's just miserable.
Yeah, I wound up just, I mean, I don't want to gross anybody out, but I wound up just rolling into the bathtub and taking a piss. Because I couldn't stand.
You don't have to call it the jab on here. You can say the COVID vaccine because I'm too small for YouTube to notice for the most part.
Where's the back pain located?
It was lower back, right above my ass.
Oh, okay.
And it was intensely painful, and it was like radiating from my spine out into like my entire lower back.
No. Mine was mid,
And then
and that's how I discovered it was the gallbladder.
Oof. Yeah, it went away after a day, but now I'm like, now that we're hearing about all the blood clotting and people having complications from it, I really wish I hadn't taken it. I did it to get a job. And yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like these employers that demanded it should get sued. I don't know. I want to see some class actions because unfortunately we can't sue Monsanto or not Monsanto. We can't sue Moderna or fucking Pfizer or any of them because they were given like these sweeping pardons and shit. It's crazy.
But were they pardoned by President Autopen?
No, they were pardoned by Trump.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't pardoned. It was they had immunity.
Yep. Basically, it was like, hey, we need a vaccine for this really fast. If you agree to fast track this, we'll make it so that you aren't liable for anything that happens as a result.
Not his best call.
No, certainly not.
The thing is that, everybody remembers they created a huge freaking panic about this. And, about how people were going to die and in mass numbers, this, that, and the other, and I'm one of the guys who spent 7 days in the freaking hospital with sepsis because of it. And I don't think it was this mass problem that they created. But you know what? If you sit and you do nothing, that's as bad as doing things that, you eventually end up regretting at some point. So it's like you can't win.
Despite being vaxxed, I'm pretty sure I got COVID like twice. Yeah. And it was an extra spicy flu. That's what it was.
Yeah, and the thing I noticed was the amount of deaths we had that year from COVID was about the same amount that we usually see lost every year to the flu. Guess how many deaths we had that year from the flu?
None.
Almost none.
0.
Yeah. So, but
It's a miracle.
That's why I say COVID is just the common cold taking the credit for the flu's work.
yeah. Well, the vaccine was always that's the word I'm looking for, a failed effort. And the reason being is by the time you develop the vaccine and by the time you distribute it, the virus is already mutated.
Yeah, and what I thought was hilarious was when Trump announced Operation Warp Speed and getting the vaccine out there, all the Dems were saying, I'm not taking Trump's vaccine, no how, no way, no, I'm not touching that. And as soon as they were in office, they're like, everybody must have the vaccine.
Yep.
Like, excuse me?
Yep. So it's, that whole period, that was villainous. That whole period.
Yeah.
If they try to do that again, I think they're going to be very surprised at the result.
Yeah, I don't think people will put up with it. The funny part was, I remember when they started saying, well, we should probably be, socially distancing and all this other stuff and wearing masks. And I remembered when I was driving home one day, I saw people at the bus stop in the middle of winter with their freaking masks on, 6 feet apart. People were doing it because, number one, they didn't want to catch it. And number two, they didn't want to spread the virus themselves.
And the point wasn't to stop it. It was to just make it slow down so everybody didn't end up in the hospital at once.
Yeah. People were doing it voluntarily. And then all of a sudden it became, we got to lock everything down. And in doing that, I think what they did is I think they spread more of it. Because what happens is that in a society where you have people going out to eat this, that, and the other, it's, people who have it are more spread out in different establishments. But when you lock down all the restaurants and you force them into a limited number of, let's say, supermarkets, what you end up doing...
corral them all into Walmart.
Exactly. And that's guaranteed spread. As a matter of fact, it's going to guarantee spread. It's going to be much wider.
What really got me was how, if you go to church, you're going to spread it. But if you're out there protesting for Black Lives Matter, well, that's not going to spread it.
That's different, yeah. Or if you want to go to a bar. So just...
I don't know. It was a fiasco, whichever way you slice it.
But not just a fiasco.
It was a deliberate psyop. Made billions of dollars. It was a total success. All the people behind those corporations, like Amazon, the people actually pushing the stuff, Moderna, all that stuff, they raked in billions.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew somebody that sold all their Amazon stock right before the dip, and they were like, I got out just in time. I was like, are you retarded? What do you think? What do you think people are going to do when they're stuck at home? How do you think they're going to get shit? What? And I bought the dip on Amazon, and I'm pretty sure my Amazon stock is still up 600% from that. Something like that. Something crazy. I haven't checked it in a while.
Well, if there's anybody who convinced people not to get the shot, it was Steve Colbert with his dancing vaccine shots. But a friend of mine, she was in the hospital through the whole thing for completely different reasons, and twice a week they would go in there. I'm supposed to ask you. I know what you're going to say, but I have to ask. Will you take the COVID vaccine? She's like, nope. And she said to me, it's like, if the vaccine was there and it was a good idea, I'd take it. But the fact that they're constantly pushing and pushing is why I think there's something wrong with it. If there was a real problem, people would be taking it automatically, not doing this big campaign to force people to do it.
The world is being run by a death cult, and they're trying to kill us.
Molech. Again. This Molech guy's a real piece of work.
I mean, I genuinely believe that. I
Oh
think
yeah,
some of
when
them,
they're out there saying we need to decrease the population, we need to take away all these things that help increase the population. When the Industrial Revolution came along, we saw an increase in population because the more energy we had, the more things we can do and build, the more freedoms we had, the more ability we had for reproduction and growth. They're trying to take all that away. They want to decrease the amount of sunlight coming to the earth. We need that. We need that to grow stuff. They want to reduce CO2. What do the plants breathe? What are the crops that we grow breathe? CO2. Some farmers pump that stuff onto their plants. So tell me why all these folks are out there, the bigwigs, the elites, are out there trying to tell us to do everything that is pretty much anti-life. It's the pushing
Death is like an
for
option
pregnancy
here
termination
in the Canadian health system.
Yeah.
Like, people are getting approached outside of restaurants, diagnosed, and taken to commit to doing MAID within a short amount of times. We had somebody 27 years old. His mother was begging for him not to go. He's like, it's crazy. It's part of the system now. They're trying to sell it because it's cheaper for them than to keep people on services.
And when the guys who say we need to decrease the population are taking over the food supply, that just does not sound like a good thing to me. How much farmland did Bill Gates buy up? And he's a big depopulation advocate. You know, things like that make me nervous. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I got the answers, I know really what's going on or all that, but there's a lot of things that make me look and say that ain't right. And things are very just crazy, I guess. I can't come up with a more eloquent way to say it. Things are crazy.
275,000 acres of U.S. farmland.
Can we have some? I mean, I'll just grow a bunch of pot on it. I know I still do the pot jokes, but it's been quite some time, probably over a year now. Yeah, it's probably been over a year since I've touched it. I'm better off without it. Some people are like, hey, you want some? It's like, no, the shackles are off. Why do I want to put them back on? Because I got way too dependent on that stuff. And I used to sit here and think, oh, pot is harmless, especially when compared with alcohol and stuff. And I do think it's less of a problem than alcohol. But I'm not going to sit here and say what I used to say, where it's no big deal at all. Having been there, I can say, yeah, it can be an issue, and you know, some people legitimately need it medically, but recreational, it's like I'm finding I'm way better off without it. I used to have all these anxiety problems and stuff, and I would use that, and it made me feel better temporarily, but in the end, I would actually be more anxious without it. And then I'd go on and again, and then it just made me paranoid.
What?
And it was messing with my head.
I gotta feed the cat. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So there's my.
I've done that in the past.
Yeah. There's my anti-pot rant, which I never thought I'd go on.
Okay, I'd rather just go with you.
What's that?
Okay. Okay. I'm back.
Oh, okay. Didn't realize you were gone. We could hear you talking, and I thought you were talking to us.
Yeah, no, I was talking to my wife. I need to have somebody. I need to have my my family doctor take a look at my the adhesive strips over the wounds on my back.
Oh,
So yeah. So one of them, she said one of them's looking
more
like
fun
it's falling.
times.
It says one of them's looking like it's falling off, but it kind of came off. It started coming off while removing the covering bandage. So
Have you tried
This
duct
one-
tape?
yeah, the whole point was for them to not come off
Yeah.
when we take off the bandage. I mean the stuff that they had on there, they had some like wide, like Band-Aid type things that took off skin when she was taking it off. So
Yeah,
this has
long-term
been rough.
cannabis.
It's been rough.
Yeah, you have the best stories, Herman.
Yeah, geez. It's rough. But yeah, no, I thought pot was harmless for the longest time. And then the Washington Post actually came out and admitted that no, it's not. It's apparently long-term use is associated with functional brain changes, including reduced gray matter volume in the orbitofrontal cortex and altered neural connectivity, which basically means persistent cognitive impairments in attention, executive function, memory, learning, and and it's especially bad if you've been using it since you were an adolescent. It can cause a permanent IQ drop of 5.5 to 8 points.
Well, thankfully for me, I wasn't using it in adolescence. I think I tried it once or twice during adolescence and just didn't do it. I didn't really start using it until after the age of 40. And then I became a big time pothead, and it did nothing but drag me down.
I did it a decent amount in my early 20s, but I had a really interesting experience on pot that was really peaceful and kind of transformative. And then after that, pot just didn't have the same impact for me.
Yeah. Is that what they call chasing the dragon? You're trying to get that again, and it just doesn't happen?
Yeah, basically, like one time I smoked a joint of this stuff that we called werewolf. And
that's how you got your avatar?
No, so we called it werewolf because my buddy Josh smoked a bowl of the stuff, and then he heard shuffling and movement in his backyard, and his immediate thought was, oh, werewolves. So he went down to the kitchen and got out the silverware and had like 2 silver carving knives and was heading outside. And his father was like, where are you going? And he looks at his dad and just goes, fucking werewolves. And his dad's like, okay. And he told us this story, so we started calling that particular batch of pot werewolf. So anyway, I'd smoked like, I don't know, I'd had like quite a number of rips of this werewolf. And then I went to my bedroom, and I laid down in bed, and I put on Aqueous Transmission by Incubus, which, if you've ever heard that song, is not like Incubus's other work. It's Koto music. It's like Japanese.
Yeah.
And it's very relaxing, very peaceful song. And I close my eyes, and then I have this vivid vision of meditating in full lotus position underneath a blossoming cherry tree. And I look in front of me, and there's this stream with fallen cherry blossoms like peppered over the top, flowing. And I look next to me, and I see a pair of swords, like Japanese swords, like a katana, and then also a what's it called, naginata, I want to say. And they were crossed, leaning on the tree next to me. And I looked at them, and I kind of acknowledged that they existed. And then I went back to meditating, and it was one of the most peaceful experiences of my life.
Just fun magic.
And after that, pot was just like, it makes my tummy feel funny.
Yeah.
And I'm good. So thankfully, having that one experience saved me from like doing pot really ever again. I tried it a few times, but it just didn't have. I will say this for pot though: if I smoke a joint and then I go to sleep, I will sleep like 6 hours and wake up feeling like I slept 12. So that's one thing that it does that I like. But I don't like the sensation of being high on pot. What I like is the sensation of waking up and having actually fucking slept.
Yeah. But ultimately, I just found I am far better off without it. And since I've been without it now, it's like when the opportunity comes along, I'm just like, nope, the shackles are off. I'm not putting myself back in them.
Yeah, I'm not interested really. There's one, by the way, there's one key thing that a lot of people didn't really acknowledge, which is that like pot use, and it doesn't even have to be sustained pot use. This can happen after after using it for a very small amount of time. It's rare, but it can happen. It has happened. People develop schizophrenia.
Yep.
Yeah. So I just stick with black coffee now.
Yep, and like 2 to 4 cups of black coffee a day are actually healthy for you.
Yeah. And an interesting fun fact about black coffee, it does not break a fast. Biologically speaking, if you're fasting for spiritual purposes, that's a different rule set. But if you're looking to biologically fast for health reasons, black coffee does not trigger insulin release, therefore you remain fasted state. Once you put either cream or sugar in there, that'll break a fast. But how's it going there, Frederick?
I'm trying to get a job.
A job?
After that one, I don't think they want to hire you.
I got a key. I'm gonna go places. Yeah, no, once you've killed the CEO in a certain manner, then you try to go about it a different way, right?
Yeah.
Kind of get mastery of the level. Now they seem to be upset for some reason.
Well, anyway, it's 20 of midnight here. I think we're at that point. We should probably start wrapping it up. Do some parting plugs. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean get parting plugged, Frederick.
No, that's
your
not
dude just got plugged.
What? I'm confused.
You're not
with lead. You got plugged with lead.
Yeah. Yes, that happens frequently. As soon as you get noticed too much, doing something wrong, you are done for.
I like how the bullets were flying all around, glass shattering, and he's just casually walking down like it's normal day.
Yeah, he doesn't. Like, running is not a big thing in the game too. And at that point when they start shooting you, you're dead. Like, you can't really outrun it. They're gonna get you.
All right, so let's get the plug in. We'll start with Herman.
Buy my books. The Revenant and the Tomb is on sale at Amazon. The ebook on sale at Amazon for 99 cents. Nice. I have contacted and sent some info to the cover artist for the next book, and waiting to hear back on that one. Nice. So we're moving along.
Awesome.
Nothing's gonna stop me, man.
That's right.
So now I got to do another month of editing.
Oh, woohoo! I'm in the
doesn't sound too bad
right now.
Yeah. But that's it.
Before.
Huh? What now?
Anything you want to shout out or shell for it before we wrap up?
Sure. 2 things. Now, when you're walking around out in the world and see a comely young woman, breasts are great. don't get me wrong. But at some point over the next fortnight, perhaps, try to compliment someone's ass. You know, the ass is underappreciated compared to the breasts, and I feel that that more ladies with nice asses deserve more compliments. The second thing I'd like to shill is the Elven Made In. Emmy is going to soon, in August, be publishing the third and probably final issue of Tales from the Tavern, an online TTRPG-related fanzine. And I happen to have an article in issue 3 talking about the paradox of crunch in TTRPGs and how the basic premise is that you would think that a lot of mechanical crunch in a game would get in the way of immersion, but it turns out that that's a false assumption for a number of reasons. And if you want to explore my reasoning, I recommend getting your hands on Tales from the Tavern issue 3 when it comes out in August, and reading my article. It will be available for free in a number of places, but one place you're guaranteed to find it is on X at Elven Made In. That's Elven, like something that is of or related to elves, made like somebody that cleans your house, and in like somewhere that your adventurer would stay. That's at Elven Made In.
All right. And Frederick.
Yeah, so I'm taking a break this week playing a little video game. But tomorrow we're going to have a show on Proof of Comics on my channel with Skeleton Corpse is going to be joining us and telling us about his comic that he's working on.
All right. That's tomorrow starting at 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. On my channel by my name. Subscribe and tune in.
Yep. Channel Frederick Guimon, just like it says right there in this box. Check that out. Check us out there on Frederick's channel tomorrow. And of course, you can check out my books on Amazon, Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. Just go to Amazon, type in Bad Kitty Frequency Studios. It'll pop right up. Nice little adventure novels, good for all ages. Check them out. Have a good time. And they're ones that you should share with your kids without worrying about anything bad being in there. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like. And if you didn't, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time, and God bless. Gonna have to check out that Elven Made In bit that you were talking about there a little before.
Jewish space laser.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless.
Computer.